My name is Dr. Sunila Vegunta. I'm a consultant in the Division of Women's Health at the Mayo Clinic in Arizona. One of my passions is women's health. I've been practicing it for the last 25 years. My research, my clinical practice, and my educational efforts are all focused on women's health. I do want to talk to you about the different types of hormone therapy out there. So, hormone therapy is one of the FDA-approved first-line treatments for the relief of hot flashes and night sweats. It improves hot flashes by more than 80%, and is considered, we actually consider it the most effective treatment for bothersome hot flashes, night sweats, and sleep disturbances. Especially when started in younger women who are closer to menopause, they have more benefits than risks. The benefits certainly outweigh the risks. When we initiate hormone therapy in women who are younger than 60 years of age or within 10 years of menopause, that's actually associated with a reduction in their cardiovascular disease risk and even a lot of potential benefits on bone health and quality of life, compared to when we start hormone therapy much later or many years into menopause. So when we consider hormone therapy, starting hormone therapy for menopausal women, it's estrogen therapy only for women who do not have a uterus. That means that they had a hysterectomy. Or estrogen and progestogen therapy, a combination of these two for women with an intact uterus. The reason for using progestogen is to reduce the risk of precancer and cancer of the uterus in women who have a uterus. If they had a hysterectomy, there is no reason to take progestogen. And in some women, the progestins also reduce the number of hot flashes, so it actually has double benefit. So when we prescribe hormone therapy can be prescribed as either pills, patches, sprays, gels, or even as vaginal rings. These products are actually delivering the hormone throughout the body. That means that they are systemic therapy. The systemic therapy means that these doses are absorbed into the bloodstream at high enough levels to have significant effects in widespread areas that are needed to treat the hot flashes. So when it comes to estrogen therapy, we prefer the transdermal therapy called the patch therapy for delivery of estrogen. It is safer than oral estrogen because it bypasses the liver and it has minimal influence on blood clotting risk for women. So this is ideal for somebody who has more cardiovascular disease risks such as obesity, high cholesterol, smokers, or diabetics. Finding the right hormone therapy regimen is individual to each woman. So we try to fit the right kind of therapy with the right kind of patient. And not only that, we also reevaluate the hormone therapy on a routine basis periodically just to make sure that we are using the lowest and the most effective dosage. The reason for this is, in most women, hot flashes, night sweats, and these sleep symptoms will gradually ease over time. They may take several years, but they will improve with time. So once that benefit of relief of hot flashes and sweats due from the hormone therapy is gone, we need to reconsider whether hormone therapy needs to be continued or whether this can be stopped. Once they choose to start hormone therapy, most women actually do notice a relief of their symptoms, the hot flashes and sweats, within a few days. But I think it's best not to expect any immediate results. And the maximum benefits from either the estrogen or the estrogen progestogen therapy takes about 8 to 12 weeks of continuous usage. And the duration of treatment, how long do you want to be on hormone therapy, depends upon your response to treatment and how you are reacting to this. Are you experiencing any side effects? And what are your treatment goals, from hormone therapy? So when you when you want to stop consider stopping hormone therapy, most of the times, women do well, but, sometimes women can actually experience a return of hot flashes and some of their symptoms like night sweats and sleep issues, at least temporarily. So sometimes we do recommend, gradually tapering the dosage down, which may be helpful. Even though there's not a lot of scientific evidence behind this, most women actually feel emotionally much better tapering the dosage rather than abruptly stopping the dosage. And sometimes, if these hot flashes continue, we may have to consider restarting the therapy. If the symptoms are, very bothersome and they impair your quality of life. Many times we are asked about bioidentical hormone therapy. Most women are interested in starting bioidentical hormone therapy because they were told that this is natural and this is better tolerated. The term bioidentical hormone therapy was initially started as a marketing ploy for custom compounded hormones. These are hormone prescriptions prescribed by a clinician and are compounded in a pharmacy for an individual patient. Bioidentical hormone therapy is basically what that means is the pharmaceutical agents are biochemically, structurally, and functionally similar to that produced by the body, by the ovaries, and which doesn't happen after menopause. So many of the FDA-approved brand name hormones meet the definition of bioidentical. My colleague, Dr. Jackie Thielen, discusses this in more detail in her video.